and welcome. Hopefully the audio is okay because I'm just holding this for right now, but I need to clean my makeup space, and I also want to go and do a mini declutter and revisit of a declutter pile, and I'll explain once we get there. But my work area was getting a little overwhelming and insane, and whenever that happens, usually because I'm really busy and I need just to take a day to spend nap time in here and cleaning it out. So that is what I have done. I finally got it all clean around me, and now I'm going to go through the piles, but I thought it'd be fun to record it and show you guys a little bit of the sped up process of me cleaning it all up. And then once it's cleaned up, we're going to sit down and go through a bunch of palettes. Now, all the palettes that we are going to be going through, I guess I can get into it when we get there because we're first going to do the sped through process of me cleaning. But I do want to go through a pile of decluttered palettes that I had decluttered, set aside to get rid of. And then as I was cleaning up, I was like, do I want to declutter this? So we're going to go through it again and see if it's going to stay in the declutter pile or if I'm going to sneak it back into my to try pile, because I am indecisive and slightly regretful on a couple of them. So we'll get into that. I need to go through my new palettes just because there's so many new palettes that I need to kind of see what I still need to try and whatnot. So it'll be kind of like a mini review. If I'm done trying it, I can let you guys know before I put it in my collection. But yeah, sorry the lighting is so horrible. I hope I'm in focus. Let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, first we're going to go and do a speed through of me cleaning up, and then we'll dive into my favorite subject, which is the palettes. Okay, so here are the pile of things that I had set aside saying, okay, I'm going to declutter this, and then I've been slightly regretting that choice on a couple things. I think some of them I'm actually still going to hold firm, so I guess we can go through Go through those very quickly. This is Makeup Forever's HD foundation. Nothing wrong with it, but the last couple times I tried it, not only was it the wrong color for me, but also I just felt like it wasn't blending into my face as well as it should. So I'm pretty sure it's gone bad, which is why I put it in the declutter pile. I used up almost all of it, but I just don't want to continue using it if it's going to continue to make my makeup look bad, so I'm getting rid of it. This is Medusa's makeup. It's a black eyeshadow. I really just don't need it. I thought about regretting it and putting it back in for my singles, but I don't need a black. I'm going to declutter it. This is Makeup Geek's, what's it called? Psychedelic. It's a duochrome highlighter. I don't remember having any issues with it. I liked it, but just trying to declutter. I think I can keep to it. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. I think I remember that being like a soft type of highlighter. This is what do you call magnetic palette for a highlighter, but I put it in a face palette, so I was just going to get rid of this because I didn't need it. I might hold on to it just because I feel like these can come in handy if I'm ever, just want to take one, or if I want to gift one of my single highlighters or single blushes or whatnot. It'd be nice to have this, so I am going to retract this declutter, and I'm going to keep that. This is a Certify Affinity 2 palette. Now, I think my reasoning behind getting rid of it originally was because I, at the time, was reviewing new makeup palettes. I always had so many palettes in the wing that I needed to get done. I just felt like I was never able to catch up, but as you guys know, with my life recently, I'm not really reviewing new palettes because I can't keep up, and with my schedule, I'm not posting as much as I used to, so I am switching my focus on my channel to not trying to like review all the new palettes, but just to have fun with makeup and to, I'm figuring out as we go, but basically, definitely just having fun with makeup. So because of that switch, and because I love this story, this color story so much, even though this is discontinued, not available anymore, I'm gonna pull this back and put it in my collection to try, because every time I open this, I'm like, oh wow, it is so pretty. So this was a regret. We're going to put it back in. All right, so moving on, I have the Gourmande Girls C'est l'Amour. It's this red and black one. I think it's very pretty. I don't remember having any super big issues with it. Was it kind of a remake of this one? I forget. No, this has blue in it. I remember liking this, but I think it's just because I'm not a big red girl person. Maybe that's why I stuck it in here. Like I said, some of this I put decluttered so long ago, I can't remember. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep strong and go ahead and declutter this because I really am not big into red. Ooh, I got rid of the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. Wow, I did. Do I want to still declutter it? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and still declutter. I feel like I have so many palettes that I can get the same color story. And honestly, when you look at it, it's not really a green palette. It's got one green color and a bunch of oranges and browns. So I have a lot of palettes like that. I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. Oh, and then I got rid of the pastels. Why would I get rid of pastel liners? Not that I do many pastel liners, but maybe it's because I have a bunch of quads. I don't know. I need to go through my what do you call, cake liners and see. I'm going to pull this one back out though, just because, especially with me not doing as much makeup, if I can consolidate it and, just have one palette for all the pastels that I want and get rid of some quads that have different colors, that'll probably be better. So I'm going to pull this back out. We have the Hasina, oh my goodness, I can't speak. Hasina 2 palette. This was a really pretty palette. I think this was the first palette from the Blush Tribe that I ever tried. It's really pretty, but do I want to keep it? I kind of want to keep it just for nostalgia, but do I actually ever want to use it? Not really. So I'll declutter it. I'm going to stick to decluttering it. Okay, this one's hard. This is the Give Me Glows original because it came as singles. Where is my current one? Where did it go? Because they came out with, oh, there it is. Trying not to knock over all my palettes here. Okay, I'll put that back up later. But they came out with this one the following year. Of an actual palette with the names on it and everything because this was so popular. But this was the first one that they, they released the year before and then they revamped it to this. There are subtle differences now that I'm looking at them side to side. Do I need to keep them all? No. But I'm going to pull this back out and keep it because I do like it as singles. Maybe I'll keep it for my single eyeshadow palette collection. I know, a little weak there, but I'm going to keep it. Next is the Nomad by Juvia's Place. I'm going to keep this. This is the color story that I like. It kind of reminds me of the Jaclyn Hill palette, except I like this one better. I don't know what it does. I think it just goes darker with the shades, not such a focus on the browns and oranges maybe. I don't know. Let me see. Like they're so similar, but something about this I like more. And as a rule, a general rule of thumb, I like Nomad Cosmetics. So is it repetitive to have in my collection? Sure, but I like it, so I'm keeping it. This is the Honor palette by Musée Beauty. I'm going to get rid of it just because it's a color story that I'm not super into. So this is an easy pass for me. So yeah, we're going to get rid of that. Warriors Wear Pink. This was a pretty color story. Really nice formula. I had no complaints about it. But again, I'm just not a big pink wearing person. So I'm going to get rid of it. All right, next tip is Stelazzi Spellbound eyeshadow palette. This palette is very nice. Like it's a nice, neutral color story, but I have no like attachment to the palettes, to the brand, to the design and all that, and I feel like I have many of these, so I am going to go ahead and declutter that. Ooh, Butterfly Vibes. I kind of set this aside because of all of Give Me Glows, this is probably just my, not least favorite in a bad way, just least favorite because I like so many of their other ones, but I'm going to hang on to it a little bit longer. Next I have e.l.f. and J. Kissa to the Rescue. This was a fun eyeshadow palette. It's been through a lot. It's fun, it's colorful, but I have so many fun and colorful palettes. And e.l.f., I mean, I don't remember hating this formula, but I don't think it was like knock your socks off. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this, and I know my daughter's gonna love to play with all those colors. Next up, I love this palette and I've kept it for so long, mainly because of the packaging. But again, I have a lot of palettes with these fun colors. I'm not going to return to this. I'm going to give this one to my daughter as well. She loves all things colorful. Avocado palette from Makeup Revolution. I do like this palette, but when we're talking about greens and browns, I like the more grunge. This is a little bit more of on the blue cool tone side, I guess I would call it. So even though I think it's cute and adorable, I'm going to declutter it, and I'm pretty sure my daughter will love to adopt it just because of how cute the packaging is. This is the Nomad Air Travel Palette. Very cute, very solid, but I mean, these colors I have in pretty much every palette that I own. I'm not attached in, you know, too terribly to the packaging color story. I'm gonna declutter it and also declutter it to my sisters who wear these kind of colors all the time. So I think having a little palette like this, they'd really appreciate it and get a lot of use out of it. So I'm gonna do that. This little guy is from, I think, Midas Cosmetics. I'm gonna put this to the side just because I wanna go through all of my cake liners, like I said. And then last up is this from Ofra Cosmetics. This is their colorful single eyeshadows, but I'm gonna go ahead and stick to my guns and declutter. I feel like I kept the Give Me Glow one, which is a lot of the cool color or a lot of the pastel colors, but I don't know. I never think to reach for this, even though it's colorful. I have so many other palettes that give me the rainbow, so going to declutter. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm still kind of swaying on Hasina too. You know, I'm going to keep it for nostalgia for a little bit. So, what did I say? 12? Sorry. Had to just retract that one last moment. And mainly because I was hemming and hawing so much, I kept going back and forth. So I'm like, you know what? If I'm that, you know, what do you call it? Indecisive, I feel like that's a sign that I need to hold on to it a little bit longer. So 1, 2, well, this isn't really counting. This is just the empty magnetic holder. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that I'm still going to hold on to. And that I now need to find place in my makeup collection to put them somewhere. Okay, these are all new palettes. Some of them I've literally never even touched, so they'll obviously be staying, but some of them I have, and I can either give you guys a really short little review here before I put them in my collection, or I can give you guys a little short review and declutter them depending on what the case is. Like, I don't know if I'm decluttering any of them, but just for reference, because realistically, I don't know when I'll be able to actually get back into reviewing palettes like I used to, and I'm so behind with these right now that I feel like this is gonna be how I catch up a little bit and give you guys reviews on these palettes, and I hope that's okay. So let's talk about this palette. This is a Cozy Up Cheek palette. Pretty sure this is from last year Christmas, so like a year ago. If you can't tell, I don't think I used it. I think I used it maybe once, twice. I'm just not a cheek palette person, so excuse me, I had to burp. So instead of it still staying here, sitting here, obviously me not using it, I'm just going to declutter it and give it to someone who actually enjoys using palettes like this. I just don't think to. I always go to my singles. So going to declutter, I really don't have a review because, I mean, I think you can tell maybe from the computer, or the camera, but it doesn't look like it's touched. Like maybe a little bit here, but the blushes don't look touched at all. So declutter. Okay, Nomad New Zealand Stargazing palette. This was a gorgeous palette. Very dark, very pretty. I enjoyed it. The multi-chromes, oh my goodness. I think you can probably see some of those shifts. I don't know, I'm really bad at showing shifts. This one you can see. Definitely one of my favorites. This one, and then probably this one down here. This is like a great inner corner, but it's hard to show. But yes, beautiful, shifty. Absolutely loved it. So much fun. The mattes, the formula, everything was nice. The formula of the shimmers were a little bit chunkier, I think, because of the multi-chrome aspect of it, but it was worth the effort because of how beautiful it was. I really had fun with this palette, but having used it, I feel like I'm done trying it, so I am going to go ahead and set this aside and put this on my collection because I did enjoy it. It's beautiful. The packaging is beautiful. Formula's superb. So I'm going to set this aside as reviewed and find a place for it in my makeup collection. All right, let's do these. This is the Odin's Eye and Judy palette. This is a cute little palette. I love the packaging. It's very pastel-y and very light. It's very unlike me though, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it to declutter and, you know, give it to someone else who will enjoy it, and probably my daughter because she'll love the packaging and stuff like that. But it's very pretty. It's just, it definitely gives you those looks that are very light and almost just like a kiss of color, which I'm just not into. But I mean, besides that little critique and that little issue that I have, it was a fine palette. It performed just fine. It just gave you those very light washes of color. Then we have Earthwood palette. This is Fancy Faces collection. I really did like this collection. I think, was it my favorite? Oh no, I like the next one. This one was really pretty. It was just a little bit more neutral on the depth and color. This shade, however, Beauty. Oh my goodness, so pretty. I don't know if I can show you. Where's the mirror? can show you the shift. I don't know if it'll show up here, but it is really, really pretty. It's got like yellow to green, so pretty. The only thing, the critique with this is I felt like there wasn't a lot of dynamic with the different shades, not as much as I enjoy having. Whereas, and to talk about that, I just feel like a lot of the look that I got, unless I really dived into these, kind of all look the same with just a pop of something on the lid. So it's very pretty, but not my favorite one because it's this one, but definitely did like it. I'll keep it and I will put it in my makeup collection. This is Mighty Monsters palette from Annette's Makeup Corner. She did a great job with this one. I like the dynamics of the colors. That's something I always appreciate when I can go into a palette and get a lot of different looks that don't necessarily look like the last one I did. So with the red, the orange, the green, the baby blue, the purple, the orange, like reddish orange, yellow of the shimmer, it just gave me so much, so many different type of looks, and you can still get a neutral look out of this. So this was my favorite out of them. Quality, of course, is just superb when it comes to Odin's Eye, but definitely a solid palette. Will not be getting rid of it. Let's see. Let me come back to these. I know the Beaches palette, or no, Key, Beachy, and Peachy palette. This palette, I feel like I've not had a super long time with it. I've done a couple looks, but I'm just not super into these colors right now. Maybe if it was in the summer, I'd be more into these. Sorry, I feel like I'm a little washed out. There you go. But right now, I don't know. I just have no desire to continue trying it. I know I tried it a few times, but it was a fun palette. I didn't think I had any issues with the quality of it, and definitely you can get a lot of fun, color combos with this, but for now, I'm gonna go ahead and put in my collection. If this is a palette that you didn't see many looks on it, or you got it and you want some inspiration, please let me know and I'll be happy to pull it out and use it in a video just to give like ideas and inspirations. But if I don't get any requests, I'll just add this to my Nomad collection because I do love Nomad's eyeshadows. Speaking of Nomad, let's go ahead and grab these because we got a lot of Nomad here that I am behind on. Real quick, this is the Makeup by Yolanda Gradual Grays. I have not touched this. I want to touch it though. Oh, that sounded weird. I want to play with it. I want to try it. So it's going to stay in my to try pile up there. This is the Nomad's Ireland Wild oh my gosh, I cannot talk. Ireland Wild Atlantic Way. Sorry. This palette is stunning. I have really, really enjoyed it. You can tell some colors I love a lot more than others. This is a palette that I feel like I still haven't played enough with. You can tell the colors that I've dipped into and I've played with, but I feel like there's a couple colors here that I haven't. This one looks pretty impeccable, like I haven't touched it. This one I've played with, this one I've played with, this one I've played with, but I want to play with it a few more times before setting it aside in my collection. However, I can tell you if you want to hear my review, I had absolutely no issues with the quality of this palette. It was stunning. And then also, since we're on Nomad, this was so pretty. What was it called? The Fuji 5 Legs. Oh my goodness. The packaging, it's like textured. Love it. But here's what it looks like inside. This is a gorgeous palette. I've only done 2 or 3 looks with it. I want to play with it more though. These are the tones I'm into right now. So this palette definitely going to hold on a little bit longer in my trying pile because I like it. And I love Nomad Cosmetics formula. I could try them all day long. Or, like month on in and month out. I just love their formula. Okay, this is Odin's Eye Moon Wish Salome 2 palette. This was a cute little palette. I tried it a few times. It was fun. Not super into purples though, so I think that's why I just kind of keep skipping over it. So I am going to go ahead and put it away. I didn't have any issues with the quality of the mattes. They all were beautiful. Some of the shimmers were a little chunky, like this one. And this one was chunky, but you could get it smoothed out. It wasn't too bad. So just know there's different textures in this palette when it comes to their shimmers. But besides that, it's very pretty. If you don't mind a textured eyeshadow, I don't think you'll have an issue with it. It's very pretty packaging. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and put this in my declutter pile. Yeah, I'm going to declutter it. We'll see if I regret it. Alright, Simply Posh Cosmetics Coastal Palette. This one I used a ton. I really did use this palette a lot. I've done tons of looks with it. It was great for my everyday go-to, like I need to do an eyeshadow look, but I just don't have time to, or like I don't have any effort that I want to put into deciding the different looks, deciding the different this and that, so I'm just gonna like slap on a easy go-to look for me, and I got it from this palette many times. No issues with the quality. Shimmers are gorgeous. They can be more of a messy shimmer. I feel like that's the only downside I can think of with their shimmers, in that like you put it on in the beginning of the day, it looks amazing, but by the end of the day it's going to be a little bit like kind of the sparkle is going to be all over your eyelid. But I don't mind that when I wear my eyeshadows. I don't mind if it looks worn in. So anyway, I'm done reviewing this. I'm going to put it aside to put away. but a great palette. Okay, then this is, I think, the newest Nomadic palette to come out. I've only done one look, maybe two, because sometimes I use it the next day after doing a look. I can't remember. Definitely one look because I posted a video, but this is the Polar Express palette. Very pretty. I have not used it too much. I need to. Especially with the winter upon us, the falls, well, here in Florida, I feel like fall's leaving. It's getting chilly here, but I feel like I could do a couple more looks and I'd enjoy playing around with it, especially these silver and white tones. I feel like that'd be pretty mixed with the red or the blue. So I'm gonna hold on to it and do a couple more looks, but yeah, I don't have a huge review because I haven't used it a ton, but I did enjoy it. Blooming Basket, DD Signature. I don't think I've tried this one, and I need to rectify that. Oh no, I looks like I've dipped into that. Okay, I think I've done one look. Oh yeah, it might even been a video, duh, Katie. I think I've done one look in a video, but I really should try it a few more times before I put it away. So I'm gonna hold on to that. Oh yeah, before I forget, this is the Eternal Twilight palette from Odin's Eye. This I'm pretty sure I've only done 2 or 3 looks with, one in a video, but then I used it the next day. I do remember that I used that shade. So pretty, but I need to play with it a little bit more. I'm not super inspired by this color store for whatever reason, so I'm gonna leave it here in my 2-try pile. If a couple months go by and I still haven't touched it, I feel like that will be a sign, but I'm gonna give it a few more chances. I don't know what, for whatever reason, the color store doesn't grab me and make me want to use it. All right, these little guys. We got Odin's Eye, sorry, DD Signature Plum Perfect palette. I don't think I've used this. It looks like I used that once, maybe. Maybe I did a look with just those two. I'll give it another shot. And then we have Taste of Guava. I did one look with this, I can tell. I'm gonna use it one more time before I put that away. And then I have Build Your Own palette. Oh, these are her shimmers. I have not tried them. I really should give them a try. Am I realistically going to if I keep it in here? Probably not. Should I keep them? Oh, that's very smooth. I should at least give it a try before I declutter it. At least give it one look. Okay. Odin's Eye Rosy Jingle palette. And then the Silvery Bliss palette, this Odin's Eye. This is their part of their Christmas collection that they came out with. I thought this one was really pretty. It was fun. It's very heavy on the reds and dark tones. This one was interesting. I feel like if I combine the two, I'd get some fun looks. This shade was really fun. I created a couple looks that were really fun. I'm not super, right now, like I'm not super inspired to use these tones, so I think that's why I'm not like drawn to use it. I'm drawn to use more of these other shadows that I'm keeping because those colors are grabbing me right now. But I don't know, should I keep this? I kind of want to use the yellows in a look. That'd be fun, but there's not enough dark tones. So that's why I feel like if I combine the two, I probably enjoy it more. So maybe I'll do that, do a look or two where I use both of the palettes instead of just trying to use one at a time and see how I like it, and then I can be done with it. So I'm gonna hold on to this for a little bit longer. And then this I'm gonna be keeping because I literally just unboxed it during this video. You guys saw me. I picked out a bunch of their single shimmers, and they came out with mattes and then some shimmers. I unboxed them, and these are the ones that I think are really pretty that I want to use. And maybe I can use the mattes with that DD Signature singles as well to try those. So I'm going to hold on to this, obviously, because I haven't even touched it. Lots of pretty shades. I feel like you can get a lot of really good looks with just this color combo here. Missing a black, but I feel like the blue will more than make up for that. But yeah, gonna hold on to these. These look absolutely beautiful. So yeah, we're still holding on to a lot of palettes, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I am done reviewing, and well, 5 that I'm done reviewing and keeping, and 3 more, I think it's 3, yeah, that I'm done reviewing and I have decluttered. So yeah, I think that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this. I really need to go through my, let me show you. I really need to go through this stack right here, and honestly my whole makeup collection, and kind of declutter, just because with the way my life is right now, I'm just not trying as much new makeup as I used to. So I feel like all this has just sat for so long that I need to just pass it on to someone else who can use it, donate it if it's not used, or put in a giveaway or something like that, or give it to my siblings or my daughter to play with. So I need to go through this. I need to go through my whole makeup collection, really. So if that's something you'd be interested in, let me know down below in the comments. I really hope the audio isn't all over, because I have my camera sitting in a very different place than I have my, what do you call it, my mic. So I've been trying to keep my face towards my mic, but I also forget a lot. But that's how all those look. And then now I need to go and fully declutter the ones I'm saying I'm decluttering and then go ahead and put these with the rest of my collection. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I am now going to go and wash all of these brushes so that I can restock my brush pile. Oh yeah, I also decluttered this. Let me put that down there. But yeah, I'm going to do that for the rest of the nap time, and that's going to do it for this video. Thank you again so much for watching, and let me know if you want to see me declutter the rest of my drawers of makeup and whatnot. And yeah, see you guys very soon in another video. Bye guys.